Hello and welcome back to the Kieran Carlin Football Channel. I'm your boy Kieran Carlin, and these, very professional, these are the final predictions before the ever so well respected and organised and rightfully awarded Qatar World Cup. The final Premier League round, and we start off with Manchester City versus Brentford, a game that I will be going to. Oh, he's not a plastic. No, sometimes I go. Manchester City. All right, we're playing pretty well. We're getting results. We look a bit tired, but that's everyone. We were, I wouldn't say we were fortunate against Fulham. I guess you could say we were fortunate for the pen, but on the grand scheme of things, we went one man down, and I think it was the right decision by the referee. I have no qualms about that. Silly little Cancelo. We still bossed them off the park. Generally, I was on pitch side the other day, and I said that I reckon we could probably finish like third if we played every game with 10 men. When we go down to 10 men, I'm actually not really that bothered. It's like, oh, we've just made this harder for ourselves, but I'm like, but I still think we'll score. So that is pretty impressive, or a very big sign of how well we are run and also funded. Brentford, however, they've got one win in their last 7 games. And, I mean, that was against Brighton, oddly. The Battle of the Stripes. Apart from that, it's a draw against Forest, draw against Wolves, a loss to Villa 4-0, draw against Chelsea, which that's a very good result, a loss against Newcastle 5-1, a draw against Bournemouth. I feel like Brentford, they went out the cup to, I don't know, a shit team. A team they shouldn't go out to. They're not feeling their most potent now. Right, they're sitting pretty in 11th with 16 points. This feels like it could be sort of damage limitation before they've even gone there. Try and play for a draw. I'm going to go 3-0 City. I'm feeling like a clean sheet. Usually I give the other team a goal, but I feel like a clean sheet in this one. Bournemouth, Everton next. Now, Bournemouth have 4 losses on the bounce. They were 3-1 up against Leeds, a threat away 4-3. Unbelievable. Gary O'Neill's tricky cherries. Cherry. They're struggling. They're no longer tricky. They're finding it hard to get a win. Everton, also shit. To be honest, they were booed off in their cup game. Where did they lose to Bournemouth? Yeah, Everton lost 4-1 to this exact team. 4-1? I know it's a cup, but Jesus Christ, Everton. Do I feel like history's going to repeat itself? Oh, I don't feel like it does. I feel like in these situations where teams play each other in the cup and then the league, or vice versa, I feel like it doesn't. I feel like it's not the same result twice. I'm going to go with my nut on this one and actually go for a 1-1 draw. Liverpool Southampton up next, and Liverpool looked pretty good against Tottenham for the first half, but Tottenham are also terrible and go down in every single game, and that game could have easily been a draw in the end when Kulusevski came on, because Kulusevski is the only good fun player at Tottenham. Southampton sack Ralph Hasenhüttl. It's been a long time coming. It seems odd to have not done it in the summer, to be honest. I don't know, they just wanted to get through this season maybe, but they are languishing in 18th with 12 points, just 2 more than Wolves and Shottingham, which is a nickname for Nottingham, because I believe there's gun crime there. The more you know. It's hard not to just see a Liverpool win. I don't think Southampton are going to get a new manager bounce from getting the Luton manager in, and I don't think there's a lot of time for him to enact many ideas before then. They'll probably be a little bit revitalised, and Liverpool aren't great, so there is an option for a little upset in terms of a draw, but you have to go for a Liverpool win, really. I'm just going to go 1-0. I do want to go 1-1. Don't do it. 1-0. Liverpool they will win. Everyone will beat Southampton at home. Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. A lot of W's in Crystal Palace's recent form. 3 of the last 4. Only 2 losses in the last 7. Nottingham Forest 3 losses in the last 7. 3 draws and only 1 win, which came against Liverpool. Okay, maybe Southampton will win, but we'll ignore that. Oh, but Crystal Palace, I feel like they are decent. Who'd they beat? West Ham 2-1. They got away with that. And Southampton 1-0. Wolves and Leeds United. So they're beating the teams which are just notoriously everyone thinks is crap. I'm going to go 2-1 Crystal Palace, a 3rd win on the trot, an away win as well. which would be pretty remarkable. So 2-1 Crystal Palace. Shitty Tottenham Hotspur versus shitty Leeds United. The battle of the morons. Leeds have somehow, after 4 straight losses, won 2 games. One against Liverpool 2-1 and one against Bournemouth 4-3 after being 3-1 down. They had a drab loss to Wolves in the Cup. The highlights were only 1 minute 40 on Sky Sports. That is appalling. And my little brother went to that game because he's a Leeds fan, and I don't think he's ever watched a good game in his life. Speaking of never watching a good game, Tottenham. This is a really painful watch, and I don't feel like any joy is going to happen in this game, but surely Tottenham beat Leeds, who are just havoc to me. It's absolute havoc. I have to go 2-1 Tottenham. I think it'll be a weird game, and Tottenham will probably go down first, but 2-1 Tottenham. Surely they beat Leeds. I feel like the basis of Jesse Marsh's Leeds is just absolute vibes. Like, not good vibes, not bad vibes. He's just like, come on, you team, let's get out there and get that W. And then they just go play and kick about like we do at 5-a-side. It's an odd strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. West Ham, Leicester City. Now I'm going to enter the mind of a genius here, my own, and I'm just going to pluck out a result without looking at form about how this game's going to go. 2-1. 2. No one. It's going to be 2-2. What's the reason? What's the reason for that, Kieran? I don't need to give you a reason. This is my show. Eat your lunch and shut up. Newcastle, the eternally winning Newcastle United, sitting in 3rd. 1 game ahead, but just 5 points off Manchester City. 1 point ahead of Tottenham. I'm going to go, against Chelsea. Oh, what a game this is. Chelsea, I don't think they've won in, is it 4 games now? Oh, Chante. I don't know what that means, but it's French, isn't it? That's exciting. Newcastle are going to beat Chelsea. They just simply are. It's going to be 5 and about. How this Newcastle team is fucking flying. It is airborne. Not like the Wright brothers airborne. It's like the first commercial passenger jet in the 70s airborne. It's like, there's a chance it might crash, but it's all very new and very exciting. I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea. Nope. What? Newcastle. Words are struggling to appear in my brain today, which is slightly concerning, and I might get my brain checked out. But speaking of getting your brain checked out and in need of medical assistance, we move on to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, it must be odd waking up as a Wolves fan and being like, I support Wolves. I just can't comprehend such an idea. They're playing Arsenal, and now in a strange turn of events, I want Wolves to win. I want Wolves to win this game against Arsenal. Do I think they're going to be winning this game against Arsenal? With my backing, they can get a draw. Ruben Neves, I know you're watching this right now. Try your hardest to get a 1-1 draw against Arsenal Football Club. They're going to drop points. Arsenal losing to Brighton. De Zerbi's Brighton in the Cup. Embarrassing. Couldn't be my club. My 3rd club is Wolverhampton Wanderers. Oh, it makes me sick even saying that. But come on, you really poor iteration of gold. Get a 1-1 though, please. Brighton, Aston Villa. Brighton is finally turning some of those draws, some of those near losses into wins. 4-1 against Chelsea. Embarrassing. 3-2 against Wolves. It is phenomenal work by De Zerbi and Graham Potter holding Brighton back. That's what he was doing. He got them to a point and he could do no more. And he moves on to pastures new. It turns out he's gone to an old pasture. Not a new pasture for him, but an old pasture in the grand scheme of pastures. What goes in a pasture? Like a cow? Do they graze on a pasture? Is it a pasture of cows? It's like a big field. I don't know. But I do know What a football field is. And that is where Brighton and Aston Villa will be playing their football. Aston Villa, it's a good evening, a good afternoon, and a good morning. It is phenomenal work from Unai Emery. They managed to score 3 goals in the game under him, which is remarkable for an Aston Villa side as odd as they exist currently. I think this is going to be a seriously good game. I'm going to go for 3-2 Brighton. Surely not. No, it won't. I'm getting just too excited. I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton. Fulham, Manchester United. Manchester United, a little topsy-turvy form. They can't string 2 wins together. They got a loss, win, draw, win, loss. And it was poor. They got it completely. I think Eric Ten Hag got it completely wrong against Aston Villa. And the problem that they had against Aston Villa was that they're Manchester United, and in my opinion, them. Get me on match of the day. Imagine that. I'm Gary Lineker here. Salt and vinegar crisps. So, Kieran, what are your thoughts? What went wrong for Manchester United today? And it would cut to me, and I'd be like, oh, well, I was talking to Shearer earlier, and then I'll say some terrible pun about music, some sort of artist-related pun. And then after that, I'll be like, well, mainly, I just thought United was shit. Shearer would be like, honestly, it would be really good. In all seriousness, Manchester United, Eric Ten Hag got it wrong in that game, but I think felt like a bit of a one-off. Man United they're good, but they're still inconsistent. It screams a Euro. This is like their perfect Europa League at the moment, to be honest. I actually think this is a seriously tough one to call, and when it is a tough one to call, in my mind, it means go for a draw. So I'm going to go for a 1-1. I think a 1-1, which I hope is a good 1-1 because it's the last game to watch before the World Cup. But it won't be because it's Manchester United. Those have been my results for the final one before the World Cup. Oh my God. Oh, what was that? I've been your boy Kieran. Eat that lunch after you've eaten that ass. Don't do that. That's disgusting. Depending on who it is, like, what happens if, like, Beyonce was there, or like Erling Haaland? You got to thank him somehow for scoring loads of goals, don't you, really?